Okay, so you can see here now we have our nice cleaned up stick that has been ripped in half on the table saw, and so we'll be able to just use it as a piece of trim. And I've sanded off all the sharp edges and everything, so it's just a really nice, smooth, pretty piece of wood. And then I've taken a few minutes and started to prepare our live edge top. We'll be just keeping a little bit of bark here. And I just did a quick sand and a round over on this part. And so now we're just going to, really our last step before we get ready to assemble is I like to stain everything ahead of time. And I'm just using some amber shellac. It goes on really quick. I'm just using this cheap little chip brush. It dries in about 15-20 minutes, and then you can recoat it. It's not as durable as polyurethane, which you could also use, but we don't really need that durability. We just want to get, especially on the pine, this really nice kind of amber glow. If you were just to use a clear on it, it would stay pretty white. So I like to use this amber on there, and as you can see, it really turns that pine into a really nice warm color. And so that's it. You just wiping it on there with the brush. You don't have to worry about brush lines, lap lines, any of that. This stuff is very forgiving. Super simple. So there's our piece of trim. And then I'm just going to do the same thing with the top, which should also give us a really nice light wood. And this maple happens to have all the little wormholes in it. And you can still see some striping, which is from the chainsaw, and then some wood grain behind it. So it's a really nice, just a rustic wood. Nothing perfect about any of this stuff that I'm using. As a matter of fact, each of these pieces are as imperfect as they could get. And you wouldn't think that that works out, but trust me when I tell you, it works out in the end. You just work with the imperfections, and it gives you a really beautiful, unique piece, which we're just going to let these pieces dry and give them another coat. And then we're going to be ready to start assembling.